Hello, everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter. And please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as this sports and as long as it is Chelsea related right about here at the Chelsea chapter, as we definitely are going to be talking about quite a big number of football players right about here in this live video. Talking about Kylian Mbappe's move, postponed move to the club Chelsea, Mohamed Kudus, and also not forgetting that Michael Olise is the latest that has definitely happened. And also Moises Caicedo, we've got a bit of information about Moises Caicedo, and not forgetting that Dusan Vlahovic is yet another football player that we are going to be talking about. And I think let's get the party rolling. Where are you watching from? Which part of the world are you watching from? Just make your point, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out whatever I've got to bring to you. A lot is definitely happening. A lot in the lot has happened, and the club Chelsea has already gone on and signed a few football players, really, with football players like Christopher Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, and many more, really already signing for the club Chelsea. Chelsea's looking at a reinforcement again. Chelsea's building a project, and a massive project, and many of the Chelsea football players really are heading for an exit, with a confirmed exit of the one and only Aubameyang, who left for Olympique de Marseille. We're going to be seeing even many more Chelsea football players leaving the club, and many more getting back to the club. It's going to be a busy summer transfer window for the club Chelsea, as Chelsea's trying to restructure. Chelsea's trying its level best to make sure that they can definitely get into the next season much better than they were the last season, with the fact that Mauricio Pochettino is the current manager of the club Chelsea. He's looking at building his squad, and he wants to work with a limited number of football players, and definitely that will help the club. Anyway, let's talk about these football players and the possible transfers. And let's start by talking about Kylian Mbappe. We'll remember that Kylian Mbappe is a French professional football player who plays as a forward for Ligue 1 club Paris Saint-Germain. And despite the fact that he's playing for Paris Saint-Germain, he also plays for the French national team. And he's been linked to the club Chelsea, but the latest that we are getting is not the greatest of news for the club Chelsea, with a bid from a football club in the Saudi Pro League that is offering the football player an amount, a massive amount, 300 million euros. 300 million euros. That's quite a lot of money. So the question is, Paris Saint-Germain actually is the one that is being offered 300 million euros for Kylian Mbappe. The question is the club Chelsea in a position of paying that amount of money, despite the fact that Chelsea really has that amount of money? Could we be seeing a bidding war? Could we definitely be seeing a bidding war going on? The fact that Kylian Mbappe refused to renew his contract, he said he would be leaving as a free agent. The club Paris Saint-Germain put him on open market, and at this moment in time, the Chelsea target is the highest bid that will take the Chelsea target. So Chelsea's in this race, and definitely we think that things will definitely be going on quite well for the club Chelsea. Also, before we move to Kudus, let's first talk a little bit about Olise. Michael Olise, I've got a bit of information. Chelsea make, and this is from a reliable source, really, saying that Chelsea make Michael Olise transfer bid after Jurgen Klopp dropped himself in it. And it will be remembered that he's been quite a big target. Michael Olise has been a big target for the club Chelsea. And they go on and say, Michael Olise is being tracked by Chelsea as Mauricio Pochettino tries to further bolster his forward section this summer, despite already signing 3 attackers still he definitely is saying that he needs more attackers. It's quite evident that the club Chelsea really wants the football player Michael Olise, but Jurgen Klopp is getting into this transfer, and if Chelsea really need the football player, then they definitely have to seal the deal. And it will be remembered that a bid that is valued at £38 million is what the club Chelsea has put in for Olise, for Michael Olise, and we hope really everything will move on quite well for this transfer, and everything will keep on going on quite well for the club Chelsea, as Chelsea is more than interested in signing the football player Michael Olise. Putting in a bid definitely means that they are willing to go an extra mile. Anyway, let's get the party rolling one more time. Let's talk about Mohamed Kudus. I will remember that Mohamed Kudus is an Ajax Amsterdam football player who plays as a winger for Ajax Amsterdam, and he's been linked to the club Chelsea. And it is reportedly said that Chelsea has already made initial contact with the football player, and so far we can say everything is going on quite well. So far so good when it comes to this transfer, as Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino are looking forward to make sure that they can seal the deal, the Mohamed Kudus deal. And I hope everything goes on quite well for Mohamed Kudus, as he is into a move to the Premier League. He himself said that it will be interesting for him to join the Premier League, because he wants a bit of more competition, and the biggest of competition really is in the Premier League. Anyway, let's talk about yet another football player, and this is none other than Moises Caicedo. You'll remember that the Moises Caicedo deal is really very, very close, and absolutely close, as Chelsea really a number of bids have been rejected by the club Chelsea. Chelsea putting in the first bid that was £60 million, and also and this bid was rejected. Then Chelsea goes on and puts in the second bid that was worth £70 million, and that bid was also rejected. Brighton and Hove really came up and put a price tag on the football player and say that no 100 million, no Moises Caicedo. The question is Moises Caicedo worth £100 million? He is actually the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League. So the question is, should the club Chelsea really get involved with this transfer? Should Chelsea pay this amount of money? Getting a little bit into the comment section, I can see Ado Sylvester saying we want him all the way. Kudus, good vibes. Thank you, Sylvester. And still, I can see still in the comment section somebody saying hello, and that is Kalechi Ungwenze saying hello. Anyway, now let's hope everything really moves on quite well, and as planned for the club Chelsea, as really the club Chelsea is looking at making sure that Moises Caicedo can really sign after the club Brighton and Hove put a big price tag of £100 million for Moises Caicedo. The club Chelsea really had to consider their options, and still they are not, Chelsea's not having any chance of backing down when it comes to this transfer. There's no option of backing down, and Chelsea is really trying its level best to make sure that they can negotiate terms. They can definitely negotiate prices, in something in between there. Something like 85 million pound could be paid for Moises Caicedo, and we could definitely be seeing him getting into getting to the club Chelsea. Somebody are saying good morning, sir. Good morning, Eni Ikaka. Good morning to you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who's in the comment section, who always everybody always tries to get right about here, and we can always have a chat. All Chelsea fans, thank you for being part of this live video. So are we talking about Moises Caicedo and his potential move to the club Chelsea, as it is reportedly said that there is a big possibility of him moving to the club Chelsea, as Chelsea's is very much into the football player, and Chelsea wants the football player to come and play. And I can see Akande saying, hello Akande, thank you for being part of this live video. And everybody who is alive with me, thank you for being part. I hope you're getting me live, loud and clear. And everybody who really is interested in knowing about Chelsea transfer news, I can always bring it to you straight, alive, loud and clear right about here at the Chelsea chapter. My name is Abu KALS. So having talked about Moises Caicedo and his potential move to the club Chelsea, big possibility that he is going to be moving to the club Chelsea, and the fact that Chelsea is preparing yet another bid to make sure that they can seal this transfer, seal the deal. It's taking a bit of time. By this time, Chelsea should have finished this deal, but for some reason, because of the price increment that was not anticipated, we all expected that Moises Caicedo will be around £70 million. And it will be put to note that in the general transfer window, the club Brighton and Hove could not sell Moises Caicedo because they said the price was not right. And they promised Moises Caicedo that come the summer transfer window, if anybody puts in a £70 million bid, that person will definitely, he will go to that club. And Moises Caicedo was very happy about that. So it was quite good. And I think really everything went on quite well for the club. Everything went on quite well for the club Chelsea. And at this moment in time, Chelsea really tried their level best to make sure that they can get the football players they definitely want. But Chelsea, knowing that it was £70 million that was needed, really, it sort of affected the club Chelsea in a way that Chelsea was prepared to get to £70 million, and it did. But because that's what at first they said they would be, Brighton would be taking for the football player. But definitely it did not happen. It didn't happen that way. Anyway, let's get the party rolling again. I can see Ikaka saying, Moises Caicedo is a good football player. We need him in Chelsea Football Club. There is no time again for Chelsea football. If they want to sign Moises Caicedo, they should make it fast. And that's quite good. That's quite true. Thank you, Eni Kaka, for being part of this. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your big contribution. And I think what you're saying is really very true. Chelsea need to act very fast and absolutely fast to make sure that they can get Moises Caicedo. If they have to pay the money, if the money is to be paid, then they should go on and pay the amount of money that is needed. Then I can see somebody again, Ugwenza, saying, who I really need to see in Chelsea is Mohamed Kudus, because the guy is a wonderful and skillful player. I love Chelsea to the fullest. Love from Nigeria. Thank you, all my Nigerian friends and people, Nigerian fans, for being part of this podcast and for the part of this live video. And I think your opinion is very valid. Who I really need to see is Mohamed Kudus. Yeah, Mohamed Kudus is quite a good football player, and for a fact, Mohamed Kudus is being linked to the club Chelsea, and there are big possibilities that Chelsea will seal the Mohamed Kudus deal. So don't get worried. Don't be worried about Mohamed Kudus and his move to the club Chelsea. As this is going to happen, I've got a good feeling that Mohamed Kudus's move to the club Chelsea is one that is definitely going to happen. It will be put to note that Chelsea is not the only club that is interested in him, but I'm very positive that Chelsea will battle it up and will sign the football player. Arsenal is a club that I want Mohamed Kudus, but we know with history that Arsenal never really beats the club Chelsea when it comes to signing football players and bidding wars. Chelsea always gets the football player. Like I'll say, like what happened last time with the Shakhtar Donetsk, former Shakhtar Donetsk football player. Mikhail Mudryk. Mikhail Mudryk was linked to Arsenal, and Arsenal went on and put in a few bids, but the club Chelsea really came up very positive and took the football player. Anyway, you can let us know what you definitely think about the football player, as we are going to be about these football players. As after talking about Dusan Vlahovic, I'm going to be heading into a media watch. We're going to be seeing what is on the websites, what is in the news, what has BBC said, what has Sky Sports said, what has Fabrizio Romano said. We're going to be heading into that. Then I can see somebody new in the comment section, and it's the we are going to beat Arsenal in KUDUS still. I'm very positive about that also. I don't think Arsenal will beat Chelsea when it comes to the KUDUS deal. So again, let's talk about Dusan Vlahovic. Chelsea made contact when it comes to Dusan Vlahovic. Before we head to the media watch, we're going to be talking about Dusan Vlahovic really. And so Dusan Vlahovic has been a big target, and Juventus recently put him on market, on the transfer market, that whoever could really, whoever wants him can definitely get the football player. For some reason, I thought Dusan Vlahovic was a free agent, but I'm not so sure. I'll check in a minute. Anyway, thank you for being part of this, and let's head into the media watch about what is the media talking about the club Chelsea. What is in the news for the club Chelsea? As you already know that in this section of the live video, we always try and go and see what is being talked about. Anyway, let's talk about what TalkSport is saying. TalkSport is quite a reliable source, I must say. So, TalkSport is saying Chelsea make 39. They're putting his bid, the bid to 39. For some reason, I thought it's 38. But reason being is 38 point something like 7. So, TalkSport has rounded it up to 39. So, Chelsea makes 39 million pound 39 million pound offer to sign Crystal Palace star Michael Olise with player keen on move. So let's see what's happening right about here, as they're saying that Chelsea have made a 39 million pound offer for Crystal Palace star Michael Olise, in according to reports in France. The 21-year-old France youth international has reached an agreement in principle with the Blues, as per RMC Sports. A very attractive contract offer has been sent to Olise, and it is reportedly said that it's claimed several clubs are looking to rival the club Chelsea, with Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City mentioned to be some of the clubs that are very interested in signing signing the football player Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. So Olise was previously in Chelsea Academy from 2009 to 2016 before moving to City, and then Reading, where he rose to prominence. It will be put to note that the London-born versatile attacker, capable of playing as a winger or attacking midfielder, had a prolific season last time with out with 2 goals and 11 assists in the Premier League. Along with a healthy pay increase, Chelsea can also offer Olise the chance to play alongside a number of his fellow countrymen, the likes of Wesley Fofana, Christopher Nkunku, Benoit Badiashile, and Malo Gusto. All these football players definitely could be playing alongside him. And I definitely think that he would definitely like this. So, still in the media watch, we're seeing the media watch saying Aubameyang, Olympique de Marseille leaves ex Chelsea star who made the same transfer. Anyway, let's still talk about Mike Olise. Should he return to West London, he would link up with his younger brother Richard, who is in Chelsea's academy, and that is quite good. That's a very big bonus. And with football also can be like family. So since Olise's younger brother is right in the academy, that definitely means that the club Chelsea can use this as a big, massive weapon to sign Olise. Olise featured for France at the European Under 21 Championships, but unfortunately picked up a hamstring tear, which will see him miss the start of the Premier League season. He still has ambitions of making Les Blues senior team. And though a move to Chelsea potentially drawing a Didier's attention. Anyway, after breaking the record spend for a season with over 600 million pound paid out across two transfer windows, Chelsea are once again active in the market again. In that, it will be put to note that Chelsea has signed a few football players. Christopher Nkunku has arrived from RB Leipzig for £52 million, and he was recently joined by striker Nicholas Jackson, who left Villarreal for £32 million. Also, Brazilian winger Angelo Angelo Gabriel, who is another football player at Stamford Bridge for a reported £13 million. The London side have also been busy buying players too, and will be put to note that Angelo Gabriel is also another football player who is a young talent and an interesting talent that could be eyed by very many football clubs. Put to note that Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic, Kalidou Koulibaly, Christian Pulisic, Edward Mendy, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Ethan Padu have also brought in a bit of cash, equating to an estimated £218 million heading into Chelsea's bank account. And what does this mean? This definitely means that Chelsea can sign more football players. There is a big chance of Chelsea signing more football players after Chelsea selling Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic, Kalidou Koulibaly, Christian Pulisic, Edward Mendy, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Ethan. All these football players are definitely left, and a total of £218 million is what is in Chelsea's pocket at this moment in time, and this will help the club Chelsea really to sign more football players. And again, we can get a little bit into the comment section and we see what's happening, who is saying what in the comment section. Somebody is saying Olise is also good, and who's Olise is also good. Then we have I can see Brian saying Blues, and still can see, to be honest, and this is Ogweza, to be honest, to see Chelsea FC next season with aggressive play to intimidate clubs and put on them. Anyway, I don't know. I should definitely mean quite there. To be honest, I want to see Chelsea FC next season. Yeah, I think you definitely need to see Chelsea season match Chelsea Football Club much better. Anyway, let's hope everything goes on quite well for the club Chelsea. And as you already know, we've had media watch. We've been into the media watch, talked about what is in the media. And Mohamed Kudus, Moses Caicedo, and the person topping the media being none other than Michael Olise. He's making the news when we go to the media watch. Yeah, so Kylian Mbappe is also making a bit of news in there in the media watch and his potential move to the club Chelsea. Otherwise, I think if I end this live video, I will not have done bad. Thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter. Thank you for being part of this live video. And please subscribe and ring that notification bell such do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Chelsea related, right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host, Abu Kals. As I tell thank you and goodbye for now.